and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And we have Lara E. Madden, who is co-publishing Fool's Honor with me, and we have Devin Joubert. And if you want to do a little intro, go for it.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Yeah, no, I'm a writer, and I also have a video podcast over on YouTube, and I did a really cool interview with both of these lovely ladies about their newest anthology. So if you're interested, be sure to hop over and watch it. And yeah, so basically I'm their guest interviewer. So we will just be kind of going over some questions and talking about their newest anthology, which is very beautiful. And you can see it back there right next to What Darkness Fears. Can you guys talk a little bit about what inspired this theme for your project, this theme for Fool's Honor?
We love trickster characters.
Yeah,
I know that.
That was kind of
that was pretty much like I like trickster characters. Now let's figure out
that April Fool's Day would be a fun day to celebrate trickster characters with the book.
Yeah,
a lot of times tricksters don't get the spotlight, even though they're most people's favorite characters.
They're the best ones. So why are they child characters?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The actual theme. There was like kind of a theme, but it's kind of like
it's really more about celebrating tricksters and like why we love tricksters and
like there's tricksters who like basically do stuff for good or bad or like somewhere in between, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad.
In here we have some trickster heroes. We have some that are kind of morally gray.
There's a
there's a method to the madness.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Overall, I think this one's more about just having fun and having these cool twist endings and
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. No, I love it. I loved the first anthology, and I love how this one has its own theme, and and I love how your future anthology also has a lot of like fun with its theme too. So super exciting. Do you guys want to kind of mention that over here a little bit to your followers?
Yeah, you want to go for it.
Sure.
Right?
So our next anthology that we're writing together is going to be coming out in January, late January. So it's going to be for Valentine's Day. So we're going to be putting it out before Valentine's Day so that anyone who wants it by Valentine's Day will go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
So the theme of that is going to be love is a choice. And it's a romantic book that's celebrating falling in love and staying in love and kind of coming back to love in a relationship that's difficult, but choosing each other instead of kind of the stereotypical like I've fallen and I can't get up.
That made me laugh. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, that's exciting. I think that'll be super awesome, and it's gonna be so much fun. That'll be a fun one to read as well. You guys are good with your theme.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We had an English teacher who was like very like everything has to have a theme.
Yeah.
And the theme has to be a complete thought in a sentence. She's like, it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. Like it has to be. That's a fragment. We have to make it a full sentence.
So another thing in our personalities. I'm very particular. She's very literal thinking. Sometimes I'm like, Anne, you're being too literal, and she's like,
there's a reason for
you
it.
are not being literal enough.
That's so funny.
That's why you don't do the marketing.
Yeah. The reason it has to be this way. Stay inside the box.
That is so funny. Oh my word. What are you most excited about with Fool's Honor? What are you most excited about?
This gorgeous cover.
I mean, the cover.
The formatting.
Yes.
Okay.
So the hardback. Okay, the paperback is beautiful on its own.
Right.
But the hardback. So we have Savannah. How do you say her last name? I always say it wrong. Jezelowski.
I think it's Jezelowski.
Jezelowski. Yes, she can say it. I can't. I can spell it because I say it wrong in my head to spell it right. Anyway, she's doing the formatting. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like it is.
Go hard.
She's so amazing.
Yeah.
She is like pretty much booked the rest of the year, but I have booked most of her.
She's so good.
But she's
wonderful to work with too.
Yeah, the hardback is going to be absolutely stunning. So
Cool.
this one is too. And the ebook, if you like ebooks, is
Yep.
also great.
And it features a lot of really amazing writers. We found some
Yeah.
great stories.
That's awesome.
So we've had some stories that we like throw the pages across the room.
Like a
freak
paragraph
out.
in, we're like, this is going
Like,
in.
I know.
Unless
And,
they
like,
ruin it
At the
somehow.
last line, we're like, what just happened? You know, like, this is incredible.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh my word.
I'm also excited about having, because I have so I guess I didn't say. So the first story I have in here is The Man of Twists and Turns, which is connected to a series that I will put out in a couple years. So I'm excited to have that. There was also a story of that in What Darkness Fears, so people have already been like introduced to that world, kind of.
Yep.
Then I have a debut novel that I'm writing, and it's set in the same world as those stories, but like many years earlier, like during their ancient times, kind of like medieval type
Cool.
time. And at the end of my book, I have one called A Stone's Throw, and that is introducing two of my assassin characters that are going to be in my debut novel. So, and they're like two of my current favorite characters. So I'm so excited for people to read them. They are side characters in the debut, but I am very excited for everyone to
Yay.
Weasel their way into
I guess
the
I can
book.
say their name because it's coming
Right,
out. I
yeah.
couldn't say their name because I was like, what if it changes? But now it's official. Yeah, their names are Boyer and Waldron, who also goes by
Right.
Walt, and I love them.
Yay. Good. Yeah. Yeah. I enjoyed the short stories too. I was like, oh my gosh, super fun and everything. So yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited for you guys. So much fun. Was that your favorite story of yours, Anne, in the book? Or what is your favorite story of yours in there?
That's a really hard one.
Right? It's like choosing a child, right?
And maybe A Stone's Throw might be.
Okay.
And then, but like closely followed by A Man of Twists and Turns. But then I also really like there's little rules at the beginning of each section on how to be a trickster, which is more like a list of rules, less of a story. But I really like those too. And then we
Right.
also have Lease Agreement,
Yeah,
which
it's almost fun.
That was funny.
that one's literally based off of, so because she runs for me.
We have some very
Okay.
unhelpful.
Yeah. And we never have written a lease agreement, but we always joke
Okay.
whenever I have like make up a rule on the spot. I'm like, you remember that lease agreement you never signed? Like, it's on there. So we're like, let's write one.
All of these are like the ridiculous versions of
Real
real house
conversations.
rules in our,
That's
Like-
funny.
like the one time that we said we can't have sword fights on the roof.
Yeah, that was a real
That
conversation.
was a real conversation.
Because she
Yeah.
bought me last birthday, I think, or something. She bought me like these pirate like fake swords, like plastic ones, and we literally like
We were
practiced it in the
sword
house.
fighting.
And she's like, "Let's go on the roof." I was like, "No,
Sit on the
you're
roof.
not allowed. You're allowed to sit on the roof. You're allowed to walk in it briefly to then sit, and that is it."
Oh my gosh, I just got the best idea. You guys should seriously, without getting hurt, of course, you guys for launch day should go up there on the roof with Fool's Honor and some pirate hats and a sword.
And have somebody take pictures from down below.
Right.
love-
And, or even do the video up there. You could have someone filming it from down below and say,
That would be
That
funny.
would be
part of our
great.
lease agreement was this. So we are up here. Sword fighting.
Break
It'd
it
be
all
funny. It would be funny.
Oh my word! But there's one
Yeah.
about like blood splatter, and that came about. We were in her room, and I think we were actually
So
reading
this was one of our
submissions.
submission
Okay.
readings.
Yeah,
I was cleaning my room. I was like doing a deep clean organizing day while
I
we
was
were
reading.
reading submissions. And I found I stepped on a ketchup packet and it splattered everywhere. And being writers, we were like,
Oh
it's
no.
you know,
just like it was like everywhere.
Oh no.
You're not allowed
Yeah.
blood splatters if you
Right.
do clean it up.
That is so funny.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
And we also do some circus performing. So we have
yeah. There's
rules for
rules.
circus
Literally,
performing
I
in
was
the
like, if you
house.
burn anything in my house, inside or outside, you're not allowed to do it here
Yes.
anymore.
oh, yeah.
The day I moved in, it's I'm allowed to fire dance on the property
Yep.
until something gets damaged, and then I
Then you're not
lose
allowed.
all setting things on fire privileges.
There you
So-
go.
So that's
goodness.
literally in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your
that.
favorite story?
Yeah. What are your favorite stories, Laura?
Your own, I guess.
I really loved, I think it might be a toss up between the two long ones that I did was Robin Loxley and the Hood, which is Robin
like
Hood
that
Research
one.
I had a lot of fun with. And the other that I really liked was Within a Dream, which is the sequel to People Watchers from the first book.
Yes.
So
yes.
I had a lot of fun doing a sequel,
love
but I
that.
also the process of writing the story was funny because we came down to the literal last minute. It was like, Laura,
She is my hardest part. She's my hardest part of this anthology. Write your story, or it's not.
She's the hardest part.
She was saying, Laura, you have to finish the story, or it's not going to get in. And we already publicly said that this story is going to be in the book, so you have to finish it.
You have to finish
So,
it. Talk about a time crunch, then, huh?
So the author in the story is literally telling her character that like he needs to do something already.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to her and I'm saying, you have to do something already. I need you to do something because I need to get words on this page because the story needs to get finished.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you, you have to do something.
right. So whoever reads the ending will
it's great.
Get that. But
Yeah.
I put everybody in the story through an existential crisis, and it's a lot of fun. So.
And I guess it's sort of relatable to your life at that moment too, you know, it's like you have to get this done and you're telling you have to do this, you have to get this done. That is funny. I love that.
The whole second half of that book, that story, the whole book, the whole second half of that story got written on that afternoon where I was yelling at my character trying to get her to do something. So
that is awesome. Oh my word. That is so funny.
But it's also fun. We both have stories that were in What Darkness Fears that are continued in this one, and that's like kind of the goal for at least the stories that we do together.
Yep.
Continue those. Maybe the other ones. It all depends on like if you have time to write them. And then also there's a Loki one in the first one by Savannah. Who's her name again? Jazowski. Savannah Jazowski, that person that is also continued in this one. So she has a continued.
So there's a few of those. Yeah, I noticed that.
So,
and that's fun.
Which I liked the second one even more than the first. We loved the first, but I think the
second Loki one's even.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Buy it just for that at least.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So fun. Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, like I just love all the creativity. I just love talking to other writers because, you know, sometimes in life you just sort of feel like you're amongst a bunch of muggles, you know, non-magic folk.
Yeah, what do we talk? What do I say to you?
Right. I know, like, it's like, you know, it's nice when you find your people who are the same as you and you like stories and you like the magic that it brings, and I just love how that is brought across in your guys' anthologies, and keep up the great work because you're doing great. So how many authors are being published in this anthology, and how many are being published?
Read account
real quick.
Or like estimation.
Yeah.
And is that more or less than?
Hang on. There's more than last time.
Okay.
There's
like even easier.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 26 authors / poets in the story. One of them is actually my granddad, who it's dedicated to, because he's been like, he was like an English teacher and tutor and wrote poetry for years. So I was like, I need to get him in one of my books.
Oh, that's so cool.
He was born on April Fool's Day. So he wrote a poem about him being born on April Fool's Day.
I love that.
46 poems and stories.
It's nice knowing a little bit of the behind the scenes of the stories and stuff like that, because I didn't know that about. Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my word. That's awesome. So for this one, I know that like with What Darkness Fears, you said that with the hardcover, there's going to be illustrations and stuff like that in it. Is that also going to be kind of coming over into Fool's Honor as well and having some like illustrations and stuff in it too?
Yeah. So we have actually like every story there's some like illustrations that I had people do specifically for this, and there's other ones that like the format or just was able to pull together. And then there's 2 extra stories in the hardback that are not going to be in the ebook or the paperback.
Okay.
One of them is one of mine that is also going to be published in another book, Aphotic Love by F.E. Joe Stock that she's running. It'll be in that. And then we also have one by Emily Barnett that's not published anywhere else. So you'll have to buy the hardback to read it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you guys want to share with people about this anthology and whatnot?
Yes. So if you do, which you can still pre-order by the time this will come up, but or if you even just buy the book from my shop, we have some like goodies that I would like to show up. A bookmark. It's kind of glaring, but
that's beautiful though.
Yeah. And then there's I haven't cut them yet, but there's gonna be this little, this is for my Man Twists and Turns.
Oh,
book art.
Yep.
And then we also have, we don't have them in yet, but we're getting little like decks of cards that were like illustrated. Actually, Emily Barnett did them.
Cute.
So they're gonna be like little cards. You'll get like 1 card. And then also, this doesn't come from my shop, but if you go to Books and Whimsy, put the link in. She is one of the authors, AJ Skelly, and she has a shop, and she made t-shirts.
Oh yes.
So you can go buy them from her. Yeah.
Okay, so then where can people find the book online and everything if they'd like to go and pre-order it, or if this is past, if they're watching it and it's already been published, where can they get it?
Yeah, so this should be up before it's published, just by a few days, but you can pre-order the ebook on Amazon, and you can get the paperback through my shop, and I'll put a link in the description. And then once it's published, you can buy the paperback on Amazon as well, and the hardback will also be on Amazon whenever it comes out.
Okay.
And on my shop too. And then there's several of the authors, I think, too, are selling it on their shops too. So
cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay. Yay. Well, that's super exciting. I am so excited for this book to come out. And thank you so much for having me on your guys' YouTube channel and being your guys' guest interviewer. It's always a pleasure. And it's always fun chatting with you guys.